What was your first indication there were holes in this case?
Early on in the case, the crime scene detective had noted certain things at the crime scene that in his mind were inconsistent with the credibility of the complainant's account. It had to do with certain furnishings in the bedroom. It had to do with the best way I can describe it is the choreography or the particulars of the alleged rape. It really had to do a lot with the physical evidence. In other words, in the detective's mind, there were some inconsistencies and some significant ones between some of the things that he had observed at the crime scene and his experience as a detective and the accounts that the complainant was giving. Now, what do you do with that? Well, in our experience as prosecutors, especially when somebody has been through an event as traumatic as a sexual assault, you put that in context because sometimes people are genuinely mistaken. Sometimes that traumatic event affects their ability to correctly relate details. So you sort of you don't say, oh, there's not perfect consistency, so we're ditching this case. No. But you note that, and you go on in the investigation, and you look for other forms of evidence to see if those evidence will support the complainant's account. And then you have multiple interviews. You will often sit down with the complainant and say, look, the evidence shows this, the evidence shows that. Does that help you in your recollection? Do you want to make any changes to what happened here, and so on and so forth. So it's a part of the process. It's not determinative of the process, but relatively early on there were some suspicions by the investigators.